Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Michelle once again, coming to you with creating a happier, healthier, wealthier you. Today's topic on day 19 is talking about the insulin roller coaster. Now, a lot of times when we hear about diabetes and insulin resistance, um, we're not getting the whole story. So a lot of people think that, okay, my fasting blood glucose was fine, and fine defined by, conventional medicine is that it's below 120. In functional world speak, we rather look for a fasting blood glucose of being 95 or less. Regardless, it is not simply a matter of what your fasting blood glucose is. One of the things that was fascinating to me was that with my own children, I looked at their fasting blood glucose and it would be, in the 80s. And I said, oh, no problem. They're fine. And then I decided to actually test their what's called A1C. And their A1C was actually elevated. And I know that you may say, wow, Michelle, they're living with you. They should be like super healthy. And the reality is that they're teenagers. They eat lots of junk when they're out there. I don't bring the junk in here, but I don't have control over them 24/7. So when they saw what their A1C was, like my son, he had an A1C of 5.7. And again, that is perfectly within the range for conventional medicine. But for me, I realized that an optimal A1C is between 4.5 and 5.5. And so it's not just a matter of the fasting blood glucose. And then we also have to look at what's happening with your insulin. Is your body producing a supreme amount of insulin in order to sop up all of that glucose that's going into your body because of what you're eating? Because if you continue creating all of this insulin in response to the carbohydrates that you're consuming, you're going to make sure that you create a situation where your body is going to become insulin resistant. And so you're going on these insulin roller coasters of shooting out all of this insulin to sop up all of that carbohydrate load. And then once the insulin is out there pulling in all of the carbohydrates into the cells, then you have a tendency of dipping in terms of your blood glucose. So you start going all the way down. And then as soon as you start crashing your blood sugar levels, then you say, oh my God, I got to eat more. And unfortunately, the tendency is to eat junk, not eat real good food to help to stabilize the blood sugar. So a lot of people are going on this insulin roller coaster, which is making them more predisposed to diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and what we call insulin resistant. So I want to impress upon you the importance of eating healthy carbohydrates, especially what we call resistant starches in terms of, complex carbohydrates in the form of vegetables. Another key is exercise. Exercise helps you to utilize the glucose that is in your blood sugar so that you don't have a need to produce so much insulin. When you exercise, you optimize the receptor sites in your cell for them to be able to receive the glucose more efficiently. And that makes a tremendous difference. There's so many people that I work with who are diabetic that once they start exercising, their need for exogenous insulin or the insulin that they get in the injection form, it decreases because they start to improve the absorption of glucose. They start to decrease their insulin resistance and make themselves more sensitive to the insulin that is already within their system. So I want to encourage you, like I said, to exercise and to really monitor your carbohydrate intake so that you're not putting yourself on that insulin roller coaster that leads indefinitely, definitely speaking, into insulin resistance and even things such as Alzheimer's that they're now coming out with research about. So once again, I leave you in the spirit of peace, health, and prosperity. God bless.